Yes. We got celery, we got carrots, we got spinach, cucumber, bananas, avocados, bell peppers, tomatoes, and mushrooms. So I always say, if you can go and get your vegetables from the farmer's market or sourced fresh locally, your own garden is a great place to get it if you have one of those. But if you can't, then get what you can get, either organic, and if you can't get organic, just buy vegetables, because it's okay. We start where we are, we work towards where we want to go, and that's the way that life rolls. Because I want you to see, like, that's all stuff that came out of the produce after I brought it home from Walmart. Prep for today is to get my breakfasts ready, and I enjoy having vegetables with my breakfast. So I usually have eggs with spinach, mushrooms, onions, and bell peppers is like my new recent I love having in my eggs. And so I'm gonna go ahead and take today, I'm gonna chop everything up and store them in these little containers so that in the morning, all I have to do is shake a little bit out into my pan. So you can see the mushrooms that I washed earlier, I've just had out of the salad spinner. I took most of the moisture off with that and then left them on the towel just to dry out a little bit more. If there is a little bit of moisture on your mushrooms, that's fine, but you're gonna wanna make sure that they're not like completely soaked, because we are going to put an airtight container on them, and you want an airtight container because otherwise mushrooms become mummies. But you don't want so much water on them that they become slimy. Mushrooms are wonderful. They are full of vitamin D. They are a great filler. They are calorie free. They are underappreciated in so many ways. So I'm gonna get all of these chopped up and then we'll go on to peppers. I'll bring you back for that. All right, we're now going to get our bell peppers all set up and ready to go. I'm gonna open my lid. And the easiest way is just to trim the bell peppers going along the outside. That little inside bit is edible. It's just not the most delicious. So if there is a little bit extra of that, I would recommend trimming that piece off. And I have a red one to slice, but I don't think I've got room on my cutting board. So we're going to turn this into slices. we're just going to cube it from there. You can make the chunks whatever size works for you. I like a little bit of meat to mine, but not a lot. All right, so I'm gonna get my yellow and orange and red bell peppers chopped, and I'll be back. I finished my red bell pepper, and did you know that bell peppers, red bell peppers, especially orange and yellow as well, generally not the green, but they have as much, red bell peppers actually have more vitamin C than oranges do. So as we are coming into fall, we are looking at that cold and flu season coming up. I would highly recommend you start adding in bell peppers into your meal plans to stave off that bug from getting to you, help boost your immune system without all of the sugar that comes with oranges. This is a great power-packed fall food. Okay, so I'm getting my onions ready. I'm going to chop up about 2 onions. They will generally keep chopped for about a week, and I will go through either 2 big onions or 3 smaller onions, but I'm gonna do 1 big, 1 small because it's what I've got, and I might run out of onions before the end of the week. But when I peel them, I just chop them in half. By the way, secret tip. The gas in onions that makes us cry is attracted to the nearest source of water, which most of the time is our eyeballs. But I have the damp towel from drying all of the foods that we washed for meal prepping today. And I am rinsing my onion. So I'm hoping I will be able to see you, or see it all through this process. So I'm gonna get both of my onions done. Get off. Okay. So when you're chopping onion, you just want to trim off your top, come in sideways at an angle from either side, and then you're almost making like a little fan out of your onion. By the way, you keep it all together, it keeps the gases in. And then you'll chop through everything at the end. I can feel my eyes starting to burn. I apologize for the singing. I have a little trash bowl over here. Technically, it's the juicer. From where I was getting my juice ready to go for in the morning. I love you people. You are the best. Oy. Life is good. Whew. We are there. Let me put everything where I don't need to see it to be able to use it. I don't know why I'm doing this as a long video instead of cutting away. Almost there. I can almost see the end. I can almost see. Good enough for government work. Put the lid on that bad boy. Whew. And I am ready to call it a day. Always do onions last. All right, we are going to get some tabbouleh ready for really lunches this week, I think. So I have Bob Red Mill's Bulgur wheat. And I'm going to take a cup of that. And it will go in. We're going to do, by the way, I used the recipe on the bag with some minor additions. So we're doing 3 tablespoons, which is a 1/4 cup of lemon juice is what it calls for, but I like it a little tart, so we could do a 1/4 cup, but we're gonna do 1/2 cup. And then it's a 1/4 cup of oil, and I only do a 1/4 cup of oil. Pro tip: if you put the oil on top of the lemon juice will help the oil get out of the thingy. All right, so we're doing garlic. I like garlic, so I'm doing a tablespoon. If you don't like garlic, you can always do about a teaspoon, but I would do at least a teaspoon. Dehydrated onion, we're going to do 2 tablespoons. Parsley gets 3 tablespoons. If you can do fresh herbs, I highly recommend it. We're gonna do 4 tablespoons. Mint. This is the secret that a lot of people don't get with tabbouleh. We're gonna do a tablespoon of mint. And then crushed black pepper. I do mine fresh. And that's to taste. I'm probably using about 1/8 of a teaspoon for the pepper, and then about 1/4 of a teaspoon for the salt. You can adjust that to your taste. We get our lemon juice and our oil. And then it gets 1 cup of boiling water. Where's my kettle? I left it over on the stove. we'll do 1 cup boiling water. Stir that to combine. And we'll put the lid on there. This will help lock in any steam, and it can sit on the counter for about an hour and then go in the refrigerator overnight. When it comes out of the fridge, your bulgur wheat should have soaked up all of that liquid, and then you can add in diced cucumber, diced tomatoes, green onions. That's generally what I put in mine. And then you have a snack ready to go. And you can get the wheat ready ahead of time and then add your vegetables at the time you're ready to serve. So if this is going to be a side dinner, that way everything stays nice and fresh. So I washed my lettuce earlier and I have it stored in an airtight container. And you'll notice that the bottom is black because I have a small napkin essentially in there to help keep the moisture from pooling up on the bottom and the leaves sitting in there. So my lettuce is good to go. I say lettuce, but I mean spinach. So we are going to prep the carrots and the celery, and we're going to get these rather ready to either become snacks or juices. So for that, we are going to chop them up and put them into little jars. So I'll show you what that looks like when I'm done. So earlier, I got a couple of carrots chopped up and ready for snack packs for eating with like hummus or just by themselves. You can dip them in pretty much anything. But I have a couple that I want to use in other things. So to store carrots, you're just going to take a damp towel, not soaking wet, just slightly wet. You're going to roll your carrots into it, and then store them in the refrigerator. This lets them get airflow but keeps them moist so that they don't get all weird and limp. No one likes a limp carrot. So I have finished chopping up all of the celery, and now I have 3 snack packs, and you can see they have a little bit of water in them, but they are not completely full. There is only about an inch of water, and that's all you really need because it will draw it up through the rest of them. And then I've done the same thing with the carrots, and you can cut them into sticks or however. These are fantastic to have with hummus, which we're going to be making some soon. So this is what was left over, and all of this is going to get juiced. So nothing wasted. And now my juice for in the morning is all ready to go. I'm all set. Good. Celery, carrot, and pear. Fresh pear. See ya.